Welcome back, 8:12 right now. Well, there are just 2 weeks left now in the legislative session.
Yeah, we've talked about some of the fate now of some of those closely followed bills yet to be decided. And former State Senate President Mike Haridopolos still with us to talk about some of the major issues still in play. Mike, good to see you again.
Good morning.
Let's start with a topic that has every parent concerned right now. We're talking about school funding. What kind of deal are lawmakers leaning toward as we get to the final 2 weeks here?
Well, the good news, they will be increasing per-student spending across the state. The more controversial part of this will be about charter schools. Charter schools are public schools that have a lot more flexibility in how things are done. But under a new proposal in the House of Representatives, if there is a public school with a D or an F grade for many years in a row, a charter school can come in and basically take over that school system in the effort of trying to turn around that school and get a first-class education. So that will be a big fight. The House is looking to put about $200 million into that program, but it seems to be a major bone of contention between the House and Senate.
Yeah, Mike, and let's talk about Visit Florida. I found this kind of fascinating. After the pit bull incident, a lot of lawmakers wanted to get rid of that funding altogether, but now the governor comes back and requests even more funding. How is this going to play out?
Well, that's pretty interesting. He started out about $75 million for the program. It had some difficulties, as you know, the pit bull incident, as you addressed perfectly. But as people looked at this issue, they say tourism is a key part of our economy. The governor toured the state, and he thinks he has a lot of support. He put even more money towards promoting Florida tourism. Last year, we had 120 million visitors, a record number by far. We believe that by putting more money into that program, we'll attract even more money, which in turn brings in more tax dollars. So the governor's really gone all in on this one. There's still a big fight between the House and the governor on this. We got 2 weeks. It's going to be an iffy proposition.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And let's finish with this, which kind of talks about tourism as well. We think about our beaches and this toxic algae issue. Yeah. Does the current proposal, which kind of battles the thick slime on the beaches, go far enough?
Well, I think it's a really great start. When you look at the problem, it's from Lake Okeechobee. When it gets too much water in it, it overflows, and a lot of the problems come into the other parts of our water system. The proposal right now is to build a reservoir south of that area so you don't have this runoff issue, which caused so many problems, not just in the pictures you're seeing here, but across Brevard County, where I live as well. The governor has stepped into this void. He is supporting the proposal in the Senate to try to clean up this mess. Let's hope the House and Senate and the governor can finish this off and never have some of the images that we saw on the video right here ever happen again in Florida. But I'm glad to see they're finally coming together on the Lake Okeechobee issue to eliminate, as you put it, the slime.
If you had to guess, Mike, thumbs up on that they get that done?
I think they do to get that done in the end, because it's a win-win for everyone. That's bad for all Floridians, and the price tag that the governor has worked so hard to reduce has been put in place, and by doing this the right way, we get immediate results as opposed to maybe 20 years down the line, which the original proposal had in mind.
Mike Haridopolos, great stuff as always. Thanks for the insight.
Thank you, Ryan. Have a great week.
You as well. 8:15. Let's get to Jamie.